All right, we're diving right in here. We're at week 11 fantasy football here. Listen, the playoffs are creeping along, but we have to win right now and stay focused. I've got 10 guys right here that you could put into your lineup. If you're having some injuries going on right now, if you're having some bye weeks, these are the guys you need to slide into your lineup. Coming at number 1, we're going Sam Darnold, taking on this Rams this Rams defense. Listen, Sam Darnold is doing some crazy things right now. He's lighting everything up, right? He only attempted 12 passes last week with a dominant win over the Cardinals, but that's not going to be the case this week against the Rams, guys. Look, he's got in newly acquired Rashid Shaheed. You already know he's got Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's got some nice young wide receiver core there with a younger kind of Sam Darnold. Listen, I think the Seahawks, they're building something special over there. The sub Russell Wilson, Geno Smith years, now moving on with Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Rashid Shaheed. Listen, it could be really, really good for years to come, but I like Sam Darnold this week against the Rams. He's going to be needing to throw the football quite a bit for them to stay relevant right now. The Seahawks have a very good team, but so do the Rams. Look, this is going to be a divisional matchup that's going to be very important and could end up dictating who the winner of this division is going to be. I like myself some Sam Darnold this week. Move right along here. We're going Geno Smith against this Cowboys team. Now, he did have a quad contusion last week. He briefly left the game against the Broncos there, but he ended up returning. Head coach Pete Carroll didn't seem too concerned with the injury. I think he's going to be good to go this week against this Cowboys defense who can't stop anything. I think Geno Smith could be a smash play, throwing the football all over the field. Doesn't matter who's catching the football because the Cowboys can't stop him anyway. They can go out there, get themselves a high school team for wide receivers, and they should be able to burn this defense. I think Geno Smith has himself a nice week this week, so if you're in need of a quarterback, Geno Smith could be your guy. I'm at number 3. Let's go Quinshon Judkins against this Ravens defense. He had 85 yards on 22 carries last week against the Jets, right? He could find success once again against this Ravens defense. Now, the Ravens in general, we think of them, they have a stud type of defense, but look, they've been allowing a lot of things, whether it be on the ground or through the air. They're allowing a lot of points, and Quinshon Judkins, he's an absolute bell cow for this team. Nobody's taking a lot of the carries. I mean, he's getting 20 plus carries a game. He's toting the rock a lot, and in many cases, he's going to be going over that 100-yard rushing mark. So I do like myself some Quinshon Judkins this week. Put this guy into your lineup. He's a set it and forget it every single week. Coming at number 4, I'm going to say Tyrone Tracy taking on this Packers defense. He had a 66% of the snaps in the backfield ahead of Devin Singletary's 34% last week. So listen, he's the guy. They want to give him the football. They want him to show. No, Scatterboo, he's injured. He's gone, right? So Tyrone Tracy's got to pick up the workload. He started the season as the guy, lost his job to Scatterboo, now giving it an opportunity to rock and roll this week against the Packers. He should get more targets in the passing game against the Packers defense, and maybe even a change at the quarterback position if Jackson Dart is unable to suit up and kind of misses because of that concussion he was having. Russell Wilson could be into the backfield playing quarterback for him, which could be more opportunities for Tyrone Tracy. So I do like myself, if you're in need of a running back, put Tyrone Tracy into your lineup this week against the Packers. Coming at number 5, we're going Kimani Vidal against the Jaguars. Now look, Jaguars, they're a hot mess, right? But the last time I did recommend Kimani Vidal, he just absolutely crapped the bed, right? But the Jaguars defense is just too juicy to pass up for a running back who had 25 carries last week against the Steelers and a solid fantasy football outing. So once again, I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to say, look, start yourself some Kimani Vidal. If he screws me over again, I will never, ever, ever recommend Kimani Vidal again. Against the Jaguars defense, he should be able to eat this week. Coming at number 6, about time I can recommend Jameson Williams taking on this Eagles defense. He finally goes over 100 receiving yards this last week against the Commanders. This was the first 100-yard receiving game this season since week 2 when he had 108 yards against the Bears. So it looks like Dan Campbell's really wanting to call plays specifically to get him more involved into this offense, and that's going to be a great thing against this week against a very competitive Eagles team, guys. So look, Lions, Eagles, this could be the NFC Championship game preview right here, and if they're going to have to win, I think Jameson Williams needs to stretch the field. I think they're going to do so. Jameson Williams, I think, is back on track, ready to rock and roll going into your fantasy football playoffs. Put the guy into your lineup. I'm at number 7. I'm going to say Marvin Harrison Jr. taking on these Falcons. Listen, having Jacoby Brissett, right, at the quarterback position is helping develop Harrison quite a bit, right? The last 2 weeks, we saw Marvin Harrison get 10 targets and 12 targets. Having opportunity to make things happen is what we need to becoming what we all believe that will happen with Marvin Harrison Jr., and that's becoming an elite playmaker, guys. So look, Jacoby Brissett could be a blessing in disguise for this guy if he's getting so many opportunities. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. against this Falcons defense this week in week 11. So coming at number 8, Tez Johnson against the Bills. Now, right, Johnson's making a name for himself with the opportunities that he has been given. He had over an 81% route share between week 6 and 9 with a 16.5% target share. Now, last week, his target share did drop to 11.6, but he ended up with 2 touchdowns. Now they get the Bills defense, who's been slacking as of late, especially against the Dolphins like we all saw, but Johnson could be surprised people here in week 11, right? Tez Johnson was good over there in college with Bo Nix and Oregon, getting the job done. Now we're coming here at number 9. We're talking about Rashid Shaheed here against this Rams defense. Shaheed ran a route on 62% of the dropbacks in his season debut with the Seahawks. The game script wasn't very good for him, though, with Darnold only throwing the ball 12 times because they absolutely blew out the Cardinals. But the coaches want to get him so really involved, right? You could see a breakout party this week against the Rams kind of starting to brew. He's a fast, speedy wide receiver, going to open up a lot of things for JSN over the middle. I like myself some Rashid Shaheed against this Rams defense this week. Now we're going to sum up the whole video here at number 10. We're talking about Hunter Henry, the tight end. He's going against the Jets here. Drake May, he's really proven with each game that he is the real deal for the Patriots. One of the more consistent pass catchers for this offense, right? He's been, just Hunter Henry, right? He's like almost a safety blanket for Drake May. Now he's had some bad weeks here or there, but for the most part, he's pretty consistent for you. He's received 4 or more targets in 4 of the last 6 games. So if you're looking for a value tight end, Henry really could be your guy this week against the Jets. Now look, that's 10 players right here that I'm going over that you could slide right there into your lineups to help you best win a championship. Guys, look, the playoffs is coming up. You have to be ready. You've got to win these small games to set yourself up and jock yourself for position in the upcoming playoffs. So guys, make sure you guys smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're pumping out videos each and every week to help you best win your championship. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.